Hello, Swami Keerti. Welcome
Yes.
in Holland.
I feel welcomed, yes.
Yes, nice you're here for Osho TV.
Yeah.
We're very curious to know, can you tell us how you met Osho?
I was in a small city near Delhi, which is called Panipat. Being there, it was not very satisfying as far as achieving something of the inner world, inner peace, satisfaction. It was more like you seek and you don't find anything. The old religions, the old temples in your area, they are not answering you anything. But I was a seeker. And in the course of seeking, because I became interested in reading books, books by Gandhi or around that time, whosoever was known, like Vivekananda or Yogananda or these kinds of great people. But certainly in one of the magazines I found one article which came out, which was an extract from Osho discourse. The column was Dharma Charcha, that means the talking about religion. In that Dharma Charcha and this little photo of Osho with the article attracted me. In this article, Osho is talking about how mechanical life we live. Somebody praises us and we feel happy. Somebody insults us and we feel angry. That means the remote is always in the hands of other people. They are kind of dominating in a way. We don't live our own life. We don't respond to situations. We react. And he was saying the intelligent person will not react, but he will respond out of his awareness. It was a different, totally new language for me, the new definition of being religious. I went in search of so many other magazines, the previous issues of the magazine, to find more such articles from Osho. And they were there. So I made a file and started reading more and more. And maybe 1 year later, I came across one advertisement of Osho book in the same magazine, which was Beware of Socialism. Hindi was Samajwad se Savdhan. So he was making people aware that don't be trapped by the popular slogans of politicians who are giving you promises of socialism. Socialism simply means distributing the poverty. You don't have a wealth to share. The poor country doesn't have any wealth to share. And on the name of socialism, they will simply seek your vote and enslave you more. It doesn't provide jobs, it doesn't raise the economy of the country. And that time, Osho was giving insights on how to make India develop economically, financially also. He was not just talking religion. Though even in this book, Beware of Socialism, the undercurrent was spiritual. He was saying that any revolution that happens outwardly is not the real revolution. Real revolution happens in the individual only. And only individuals can be transformed. Society as such, the crowd is never transformed. They go on their blind way. So he was saying, I'm working on the individuals. So if few individuals become awakened, they can become a light to so many people. This attracted me to him. I may have read this book maybe 4 or 5 times.
Really?
It's because between the words there was something. It was magnetic, and even his photo was bewitching, magnetic. I felt reading this book that these are not writings, he's talking to me. Through this book I came to know about other books.
Mm-hmm.
The other book was from Sex to Super Consciousness.
Quite something different.
Yeah. So this was another book, Creating Waves in India. Later on I came to know, not that time. But I ordered that book, got it and read it. And reading this book also became a kind of, it transported me to some other world. Beyond sex. It's like you get transcendental experience by reading simply the book. He was talking about love. Lowest rung of love is sex, and the highest level of love is samadhi. And the flowering, the fragrance, like a coal becoming diamond in the course of transformation of many years. So in the same way, much is possible through the transformation of the individual. But I will not shy away from talking about sex, because that's the reality that you are living in. And then he takes us beyond, and that kind of glimpse, for the first time I got it. Then after that, I ordered another book, which was in Hindi, Jin Khoja Tin Paiya. The translation of that book is available now. It's called In Search of the Miraculous. So that book talks about 7 chakras, 7 bodies, the journey of Kundalini through these chakras. This boy of 21-year-old really became, what is all this? I don't know. So reading this book halfway through, I realized that now books won't help. I have to go to him. Then I take a decision one fine morning. I take a train to Bombay, which is maybe that time it was 36 hours journey by train, something like that. Found his address and went to him in the afternoon on September 4. There I meet one Lakshmi, his secretary, and I request, can I meet him? And she says, no, you first have to maybe come to his discourses for a few. I said, well, I have read so many books, read whatever he has taught. Now I would like to meet him. She said, how can I allow you straight away to meet him, because first you see him in public discourse. So I kept sitting there, waiting for some miracle to happen, something that I would see him. If she's blocking the way, what kind of secretary is she that she can't really let me see him? I was just going through all these things, all these thoughts. Then I come upon an idea. I tell her, give me a piece of paper. I write few words to him and take it to him. Whatever he says, then you let me know. So I wrote few lines to him that I have come from that far and there was no obstruction on the way. Now I'm sitting here and you are sitting in your room. I don't know what kind of walls are there between us. And what I like to say, I cannot say. My only expression is this, that I have come.
Wow.
I have come to you. And she took, without reading it, straight away without reading it, and in a minute, not even minute, less than minute, she comes back, says, he's calling you. So I say, okay. Now she doesn't even take me to him, where he's sitting. He says, that's the room, go and meet him. Then now I'm really unsupported. So I open the door of his room and he says, keep coming, come on in, I was waiting for you. And then I go, touch his feet, he sit close to him and he asks, Kaise aana hua? What brought you here? How did you come here? Something like that. I say to him, I'm trying to find words and my tongue is stuck there, I can't use it. And then he repeats the question, Kaise aana hua? What brought you here? I said, I have come to be with you. I told myself to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the train you were thinking you would ask this, you would ask that,
Yeah.
and all kinds of. Now you can't say anything.
Yeah.
So I said, I want to be with you. I'm here to be with you. With me, here. Okay, and he laughed loudly. And he says, so you want to take sannyas? I said, whatsoever is the condition to be with you, I'm ready for that.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know about sannyas.
Yeah.
I had not heard about it.
Yeah.
Because that was the beginning of his sannyas movement. He says, he presses his intercom.
Yeah.
He tells not Lakshmi, but there was another Ma, Madhu. He says to Madhu, Madhu, bring mala.
Right at that moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he turns to the side to take out his letterhead, to write my name.
Yeah.
That time I look up and see what he's doing and how he looks. Until then I had just been sitting like with my heads down. Yeah. So I was not looking at him.
No.
And when I steal the moment when he looks
when
this
he
way,
looked away, you
then look at him.
Yeah.
Because it was too close to look at him. Too close, like he's not sitting far away, just this much distance. And then he says, I give you name Swami Chaitanya Keerti. This is your name, and this Ma Anand Madhu is going to start a Kirtan group from tomorrow, which will be traveling to Gujarat. You join this group, and after 3 weeks, the group comes back to Mount Abu meditation camp. And then for 10 days we would be there together to meditate. In between he asked, do you have any responsibility at home and what kind of education you had? A few simple questions. And I answered that. When he asked about the responsibility at home, I said, no need to talk about my home. I'm home.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So forget about my home. I've come like that. Then I come out and there is Ma Lakshmi with a cup of chai who was not allowing me. And now she is there to welcome me into the sannyas community. I get the address where the rest of the group is staying, so I can go and be with them. And there was one sannyasin who was supposed to go in a Kirtan group, His clothes were given to me because I had come without preparation. He was the same size, so I got his orange clothes for the journey. So in the Kirtan group, it was Kirtan group of Swami Chaitanya Keerti and Ma Anand Madhu. And she was also that time the head of organization of sannyasins. So she's still alive. She lives in Rishikesh, and sannyasins go and see her. 3 weeks later in Mount Abu, I attend Nirvan Upanishad camp, and that was my first time ever to meditate in his presence. He's conducting dynamic. He's talking. Everything in the evening also we are doing a kind of Tratak meditation with him, looking into his eyes, jumping, who, all those things were happening. And then again after the camp, we continued traveling to different parts of India, Rajasthan and Punjab and many places. For 1 year I kept traveling with the group. After maybe little over 1 year, then I wrote to him if I can edit his magazine. And then he gave me name for the magazine, and from Punjab I started his magazine, where Ma Neelam was living in Ludhiana, but she was Osho lover. She had fallen in love with Osho, but she was not sannyasin yet. So I lived in their house and published a magazine for almost a year. And then I shifted my office to Bihar, Patna, where there are more Hindi readers.
Okay.
And then I come to Osho, to Pune. By that time, he has moved to Pune from Bombay,
Okay.
74, and asked permission for another name for the magazine to be published from Bihar.
Okay.
He says, no, you wind up that magazine there and you come and live in the commune here. We would have Rajneesh Foundation newsletter. From 11 December, it would be out, the first issue, and you come 1 month before that. So I became the founding editor of Rajneesh newsletter that time.
Oh, wow.
So it was Hindi, and Keertha was doing English. From 74 to 81, I was the editor of this paper and also Hindi books.
Okay.
So it's life before this was totally different. Who is seeking, who is struggling, and life after that became blissful. Every day was a new day, and listening to him, seeing him in the commune was just like a kind of nourishment for the being. Yes. I often used to go to him when there was something regarding the publication of the. Few times I wrote, do you want to give me any suggestion about how to publish your paper? Are you happy with it? And it will always come blessings, nothing, no suggestions. He was, this meant that he was always happy with whatever I was, the way I was doing. Originally, he had given me the guidance from the very first issue, like in the first page, on the first page, there will be full photo of him, full size photo. Inside there would be a complete discourse and the activities of commune and the activities of the centers. Every 15 days it was published. So each time we send him the copy when it comes out from the printer. And he looks at it, and there was for 7 years nothing to say.
No comments.
So, but still I would go sometimes and say, I want to ask few things. And each time I would go, I would forget why I came for. So I told him that I had questions, but now looking at you, I have forgotten everything. So maybe third, fourth time I went with written questions, so I couldn't read it to you. He said, okay, like that, because it was difficult to face him, to look into his eyes, and when he's looking at you, I would request him, keep your eyes this way so that I can talk to you. I came to know how difficult it is for people to look into his eyes when he's looking at them. So they forget. Like I remember in Rajneeshpuram, Oregon, the head of the peace force, who was giving training to sannyasins how to take care of the security of Osho. So he was teaching them. And the first thing he was teaching them was this: suppose Osho's car is going somewhere and you are following him, and his car, because of snow, goes into some ditch, and you have to pull out the car. So in that moment, what to remember, he was telling them. He says, when he comes out of the car and you come to help him, never look into his eyes. Otherwise you would forget what for you came here for. So even that was not a sannyasin, because it must have happened to him. He forgot the duty. What is he here for? I could relate with this because each time when I went to see him, this was like that.
You knew.
Yes. He is like overwhelming feeling. He looking at people like Avirbhava, and she goes into he does something and And I remember one thing in Bombay, before I started the magazine, I was few days in Bombay, and he had started his talks on Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, the Book of Secrets. And he created one kind of club type of thing, study circle, and anybody could be part of that study circle. The contribution was 100 rupees for the month. So whatsoever discourses happen in that month, people are entitled to attend. It was the very first day. So I was given register to take down their address and name when they come.
Yes.
Like Osho is sitting here, I'm standing there, and people are entering. And then I first take down their name and address, phone numbers, and then make them sit. When everybody is already in, then Osho comes and sits in his chair, and he gives a talk on Tantra. But when he came and sat in his chair, I thought, where do I sit? Because I have made everybody sit. So now suddenly see, there's one little spot near his feet which is empty. The rest of the... So I straight away get pulled into that spot quickly because he has to start talking. So I go and sit there. And he starts talking on Shiva and Parvati dialogue, and I hear every word of it. And then after 1.5 hours, the discourse is over, and I just sitting there, I put my head on his feet, and what he does, he makes his half hand resting on my back, and with the other hand he is blessing everybody who's leaving. People namaste and they leave, or touch his feet and they leave. And with me, what he did, he kept his hand.
He kept connecting.
His half hand was just resting on my spine. And I was just going through like where I am, like you are floating in some ocean. That kind of. After that blessing, for many days, I could not sleep on my back. I would always sleep like this because there would each time the back touches the ground or something, I feel energy. So this was going in the spine. Few days. In Hindi or Sanskrit, Osho talks about Shakti path, energy transmission.
And could you maybe tell something about Vipassana? Because you're here for a neo-vipassana weekend. What's the difference?
Yes, listening to Osho, I have realized that most of the sannyasis also have heard that if they have been following his instructions and guidance and discourses. He says Vipassana itself is very dry, and it can, if you are not ready for it yet, then you have to be made ready to enter Vipassana. And it should be a natural entry. It should not be a forced one, imposed one. Sitting 8 hours, 5 hours in traditional Vipassana can make you go crazy, go mad. And some people have gone to have become mental case. And it is so dry, it dulls you. So he says, I want to add dance, I want to add also, before you enter in natural Vipassana, you should detox yourself. You should cathart, so that you become as innocent as the ancient man in the time of Buddha. So without therapy, without therapeutic catharsis, you should not enter Vipassana directly, otherwise you would harm yourself. So he says only after people have gone through dynamic meditation and other cathartic processes, I recommend Vipassana to them. So now I have been conducting camps for last 15 years. in the beginning I was not conducting vipassana, but after 10, 12 years I realized now the time has come, because same people sometimes come again, they are ready, and or they have been going to other facilitators or other locations where they are going through these processes. Now they are ready for. In India we do it for 7 days, but here also I wanted to introduce it. To begin with, I'm introducing for only weekends, so that it is a taster. It becomes a taste.
And could you tell something? You're in Holland now. What's your connection with this country?
When Osho went to USA, the first country out of India that I came was Germany. And I being 3 days in Frankfurt, I get the message from Oregon that, sweetheart, holiday is over, you come to Holland and somebody from Holland will take me to Oregon. And that's what happened. It was Garimo who took me from Holland to Los Angeles, and Los Angeles to Portland, and in Portland we are picked up by our own plane to go to just 2 months before Osho's birthday in 81. It was just the beginning of a ranch. I feel this country is a fun-loving country. I remember first time when I was in Holland, a small child, maybe 7, 8 years old, looks at me in the street, and looking at me, he may have realized that I don't know how to find my address. He comes and talks in English to me. Can I help you? Where do you want to go? I said, such a friendly country. That gave me a good feeling. That got registered in my psyche. They're friendly people.
So with a little luck, you might come back next year to do a 7 days.
Yes.
Neo.
I would be delighted.
Yes.
Maybe also say something about Oshodham.
Yes. Oshodham is a place now spread in 20 acres. A very natural place. Green, open Buddha hall, and so you get unpolluted atmosphere in the open fields and spread out, and now it has almost everything like mystic rose, born again, no mind, and who is in rebalancing, all kinds of new things like Reiki, neo-yoga. So it has diversified activities, and also very economical for people. It's like people can afford doing mystic rose there, people can afford doing no mind, and there are different kinds of accommodation, maybe with just 600 rupees a day, which would be something like less than 10 euro. One can stay and eat also. There, accommodation is there, so it attracts people from world over now. So it is like it feels home. Yes,
to me too.
Yes.
To be honest.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank
Nice
you very
talking
much
to you.
for this sharing, and thank you for being here also.
I love it.
I never was loved so deeply, never was loved so true, never was loved so completely, till I was loved by you. I never knew I was blessed, but now I do. Never knew what I was missing till I